Good evening and welcome to KiniNews. Let's talk about Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin's majority in Parliament. According to him, his majority exists, but according to UMNO and Pakatan Harapan, it doesn't exist. So who's telling the truth here? You want to know who really has numbers now though? COVID-19, with 20,596 new cases today.
Every opposition party and 2 independent MPs have expressed that they will not back Muhyiddin Yassin as Prime Minister. This alone puts the number of MPs against Muhyiddin at 105. Now include the 11 UMNO MPs led by Zahid Hamidi, and we have 116. If these MPs remain steadfast, this would signal that Muhyiddin no longer commanded majority support in Dewan Rakyat. In view of this, he said Muhyiddin's claim of commanding majority support was untrue and should be tested in Parliament immediately. Meanwhile, Pakatan Harapan today called for action to be taken against Muhyiddin Yassin for allegedly having misled the young di-Pertuan Agong over the number of MPs in support of his government. In a statement, the Harapan Presidential Council added that Muhyiddin's action was the highest level of treachery against the head of the country and shall not be forgiven. They also urged for strong action to be taken against Muhyiddin for, quote, the highest form of lie and deceit he committed by speaking the untruth and misleading the Agong. At the time of reporting, Muhyiddin has not placed a figure on his numbers. Last night, Zahid said names of more UMNO MPs who have lost confidence in Muhyiddin have been submitted to Istana Negara.
Ismail Sabri's decision to continue backing Muhyiddin seems to have upset Zahid, but before we get into that, help us make more content just like this by supporting our channel. Malaysia needs a free press now more than ever before, so click on the link in the description below to find out how you can contribute so that we can continue to ask the difficult questions.
Ismail Sabri Yaakob may be the nation's deputy prime minister, but as UMNO's vice president, he could soon face the consequences for backing Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi told the Vibes yesterday that Ismail had initially agreed to toe the party line by withdrawing support from Pakatan Nasional. However, Ismail stood beside Muhyiddin yesterday when the Prime Minister defended his Dewan Rakyat majority. A day before that, 12 UMNO MPs, including Zahid, had pulled their support for Muhyiddin. Zahid said any action taken against Ismail now will be based on the party's constitution. He added that he will allow the UMNO Disciplinary Board, headed by Zulhasnan Rafiq, to act against Ismail. Zahid has since teased that more UMNO defections are to be expected. Meanwhile, Zahid told Utusan Malaysia that UMNO ministers and deputy ministers also ought to resign in accordance with the Supreme Council's decision.
Political youth icon Syed Abdulrahman has been slapped with 2 more charges, but he insists they are politically motivated.
Syed Abdulrahman has claimed trial to 2 counts of abetting money laundering of 100,000 ringgit. The Muar MP made the plea before the Johor Bahru Sessions Court this morning. The former Youth and Sports Minister, if convicted of any of the 2 fresh charges, could face a maximum jail term of 15 years, or could also be fined not less than 5 times the amount of the alleged illegal proceeds, or 5 million ringgit, whichever is higher. According to the 2 charges framed under Section 41B of the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing and Proceeds of Unlawful Activities Act 2001, Syed Sadiq was accused of being involved in the transfer of funds on 2 occasions, on June 16th and 19th, 2018. On each occasion, he was alleged to have transferred 50,000 ringgit from his Maybank Islamic Berhad account to his Amanah Saham Bumi Putra account. Previously, on July 22nd, before the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court, he claimed trial for misappropriating 1.12 million of funds from his former political party. His counsel, Gobind Singh Dio, said in relation to bail, the court allowed for Syed Sadiq to be released on the same bail previously set by the lower court in Kuala Lumpur. Previously, on July 22nd, the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court allowed the accused to be released on 330,000 ringgit bail in 1 surety. Syed Sadiq posted an initial 80,000 ringgit bail on that day and posted the remainder 250,000 ringgit bail through crowdfunding. The former Bersatu Youth chief previously claimed that there were threats of investigation designed to both attract support from lawmakers or for opposition MPs to defect to the ruling coalition.
Speaking to the press this morning, Syed Sadiq revealed that he was approached by an old friend recently.
Former Bersatu Youth Chief Syed Abdulrahman today claimed that his successor, Wan Ahmad Faisal Wan Ahmad Kamal, tried to persuade him to support Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. Syed Saddiq said this after he was slapped with 2 fresh charges at the Johor Bahru Sessions Court. The Muar MP alleged that prior to his case, he was visited by Wan Ahmad Faisal, who purportedly tried to get him to back Muhyiddin and the Pakatan National Administration.
Tetapi yang lebih pelik bin ajaibnya, parti sama yang kata saya curi duit mereka, pecah amanah pada tahun 2018 sebelum pilihan raya, ketua armadanya, Timbalan Menteri Wan Ahmad Faisal datang ke rumah saya sebelum saya dituduh untuk pujuk saya kembali menyokong Perikatan Nasional dan Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin Perdana Menteri. Saya rasa kalian boleh fikirkan, kalau betul lah saya curi duit parti, kenapa nak suruh saya kembali menyokong? Dan ibaratnya seperti seorang CEO syarikat yang dituduh pecah mana, CBT, curi duit syarikat, tetapi pada masa yang sama syarikat tu masih nak kekalkan. Kalau ada curi, buat apa nak kekalkan, selalu orang kena buang.
When contacted by Malaysia Kini, Onefaisal said he would be issuing a statement later in response to Syed Saddiq's allegation.
Good Morning G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink made in Malaysia. It is suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. Research made by local universities found that more than 90% of our Malaysian population are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance can cause bloated stomach and diarrhea. Good Morning G-Sure helps to improve the immune system, reduce the risk of illnesses, and helps to improve general well-being and strengthen our bodies. A happy family starts with a healthy family. I'm still active, healthy, and going strong at the age of 52. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
Shellfish, red meat, and beer. If you love indulging in these foods, you may end up with high uric acid level in your blood. These foods consist high level of purine, a substance that will eventually break down into uric acid and be excreted through our urine. It is recommended that the amount of dietary purines should be kept between 600 to 1000 milligrams per day. Having too much uric acid in your blood can cause attacks of gout. It can also cause kidney stones and blockage in the kidney. The crystallization of the excessive uric acid in your blood can be eased by reducing purine-rich food to only 100 to 150 milligrams daily, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and consuming urinary alkalinizer like Ural. It consists of sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, and sodium citrate that increases the urinary pH and solubility of uric acid to prevent crystallization. Best of all, it's lemon-flavored and sugar-free. Ural, effective urinary alkalinizer. Neutralize your uric acid problem now.
Later in the afternoon, Wan Faisal issued his reaction denying the allegation.
Wan Ahmad Faisal today admitted that he met his former party boss Syed Saddiq recently. However, the Bersatu youth chief denied that his meeting was in any way related to the Muar MP's court cases. He said the meeting was held in a personal capacity as friends. He added that he only expressed the need to set aside political rivalry and mobilize the spirit of unification of young people in order to rebuild the country collectively. In a statement, Wan Faisal also denied the allegations made against him by Syed Saddiq, saying no threats were made. Syed Saddiq today claimed that Wan Faisal recently tried to persuade him to support Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin and the Pakatan National Government. However, according to Wan Faisal, the allegation that the current court case has been designed is completely untrue and unjustified because the police report leading to this case was made by Syed Saddiq himself.
Many Malaysians are fed up of politics right now, especially with the COVID-19 situation appearing to be worsening and the lockdown still in place, affecting businesses across many industries. But one man has decided to make his voice heard by going on a hunger strike.
An abnormal situation needs abnormal action. I think the COVID situation is a lot worse than a lot of people think. It's a lot worse and requires a lot more urgency than our leaders are providing at the moment. And if they continue to be this lax and relaxed about it, I think thousands more Malaysians are going to die unnecessarily. These are unnecessary deaths, these are avoidable deaths, and we need more stern action and intervention to stop them.
Act now. That is the message strategic communications consultant Nathaniel Tan wishes to convey to the current government. Tan started a hunger strike in front of a closed shop at Taman Tun Dr. Ismail, Kuala Lumpur from 5 p.m. on the 4th of August and said that he will not stop until all 5 of his demands are met. When he was met around 2 p.m. today, Tan looked seemingly well, although he has been without any solid food for more than 20 hours.
Not sure how long I can last, but I try my best. It'll be nice if, change happens. More than 50% of my aim here is really more to embolden the rakyat, to feel that they can have an impact, they can do something. There's a lot that we can do, and again to show that things are not normal. So we shouldn't act like we're normal. I think a lot of Malaysians feel hopeless, they feel helpless and in despair that there's nothing they can do. And I think this is a myth propagated by people in power. They like the rakyat to think that they can't do anything, but there's plenty of things that we can do, plenty of things that we should be doing, to really, make a difference.
Several police officers were seen near Tan, but Tan said they have been quite friendly.
People in my line of work, we are sort of used to cops. It's okay. I mean, they have to do their job and we do our job, and as far as I understand, I'm not breaking any laws, so I don't think there's anything to charge. Like I said, I hope we can all be friendly. I'll be as quiet as possible. I'm not here to. And they don't bother me, I don't bother them. Hopefully, okay. But if they have to arrest, that's the instruction, and must be prepared. It's okay.
Segambut MP Hannah Yeo, who paid a visit in the afternoon, said she may not always agree with Nat's actions, but she knew he did it from his heart.
I am upset, but I'm also moved by Malaysians, young and old, who are constantly thinking of ways to get out of this trap, this prolonged lockdown, this scenario that is not going anywhere. I hope that the government will really begin to listen to the voices of the people, whether they are out here or they are typing from their laptop, I hope that the government will listen.
The 5 demands made by Tan are as follows. 1. For the decision-making power in COVID-19 related matters to be fully in the hands of experts, or failing that, to have a parliamentary sitting immediately. 2. To prepare 500 million ringgit for medical equipment at hospitals treating COVID-19 patients. 3. To allow every frontliner to expose the real situation on the ground without fear of reprisal or censorship, and to publish all COVID-related data without any censorship. 4. To publish the full list of companies still allowed to operate under the Movement Control Order or MCO. And 5. Free N95 masks and hand sanitizers to be provided at all hospitals and police stations for free. Vivian Yap reporting for Kini TV.
That's a wrap for Kini News this evening. For more stories, do go to kinitv.com. Don't forget, you can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook to get the latest news headlines as well. If you would like to support the independent media, please do consider a subscription to malaysiakini.com. When you're heading out, please don't forget your mask, and if you can, do try to stay home. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe, Malaysia.